Good morning, my dear students. Welcome back to the English class. Hope you are all fine and doing well at home. Okay, so let us go to the lesson. Today we are going to complete the last portion of that lesson. Okay, so all of you take your textbook and get ready. You send some all answers, side question answers to me, and I checked it. It's okay, all fine. You are doing all the works which I give you. I'm very happy. So you got an idea now what happened. Homeopath who was in a dangerous condition. What was the dangerous condition? Yes, you know, he was attacked. He was in such a dangerous condition. Very close. He stood very close to whom a snake. He thought it would bite him, but luckily, you know, that snake, without biting him, left him and moved towards that mirror by thinking something else. Actually, what happened? We can say that snake might have thought that homeopath was a stone. Why? Because he was standing there like that. His mind was working, no problem, but he stood there like a stone. That's why that snake will not bite whom or attack whom a stone. Okay, then come back. So now where did we stop? Now you know we stopped where the snake moved towards that mirror. Now he is going to take a look in the mirror. I was no mere image cut in granite. I was no mere image cut in granite. Don't think that I am only a granite cut image. I was suddenly a man of flesh and blood. Whenever the snake moved away from him, whenever he got a safe, whenever he thought he was in a safe zone, till then he was what? He was like a statue or a stone, no doubt about that. But now he is away from that danger of the bite of whom? The snake. So what? So he came back, or he was like a statue or a stone. Now he started to breathe as usual. He can move his hand as usual. Even what he can move or run away from there. So I was suddenly a man of flesh and blood. Suddenly he got back all his power. Still holding my breath. Still holding. He has to hold the breath. Why? Because okay. Now he is in such a safe distance from the snake, but still it is very close. Not very close to 4 or 5 inches. It is somewhat away. So what? Without taking deep breath, I got up from the chair. Just got up from the chair. I quietly went out. Then what? I quietly, very slowly, without making any sound. Just our homeopath moved one by one step. He took. Then what? I went out through the door into the veranda. Very slowly he moved towards the door. From there to veranda. From there I leaped. When he reached out of the room, he can move as his wish. So from there he leaped, not ran. Leaped means what? In such a speed, jumped and ran. He leaped into the yard and ran for all I was worth. Then he leaped like a tiger. He leaped. He jumped. He jumped from there, from where nearby the door. He leaped. He jumped and he ran. He ran for all I was worth. His life is worth, valuable for him. Each and everyone. Our life very valuable for us. So for that he jumped and ran away from there without turning back. Phew! Each of us heaved a sigh of relief. Each of us. That actually it was explained by the bachelor, no? Yes. So we all heaved. Heaved means uttered a sound. Oh. Because they were also sitting there by what? By taking not breathe. Why? Because whenever some people whenever they explain such stories, that listeners they will feel like that. Then what? They will be they were enjoying that explanation, and they were in that that same condition. So they were thinking that what they were thinking about how will he escape? How will he escape? While he was listening that, while they were listening that story. Then what? When they hear that he escaped from the, got relieved. Then all of us lit a biddies. All of us lit biddies because of the tension. Then somebody asked, "Doctor, is your wife very fat?" All types of people will be there. No, 5-6 members are there. There will be different type. One asked you one question. What was the question now? Is your wife very fat? One of his friends asked you whether his wife is fat or not now. No, the doctor said, "Good, God willed otherwise." And he said, "God willed otherwise." God gave me a thin woman. My life companion is a thin, reedy person. Thin, reedy means a very thin person with the gift of a sprinter. Like a sprinter. Sprinters are sprinter. They will jump from anywhere. Like no problem for them. So she is like a sprinter. Very thin. Fat people, not a fat woman. Someone else asked, "Daughter, when you ran, did the snake follow you?" Another friend asked, "Oh, when you ran, did the snake follow you?" If he wants to know whether the snake followed him, he should turn back, no? But what happened? The doctor replied, "I ran and ran till I reached a friend's house." He ran from there. He ran from his room, but from there without turning back, till he reached his friend's house. Then immediately I smeared oil all over myself and took a bath. After reaching there at his friend's house, he used oil on his whole body. Why? Because any allergy may be there. So without that, it's homeopath used spread oil or cream on his body and then took a bath. Then I changed into fresh clothes. He changed his clothes also. The next morning at about 8:30, I took my friend and one or two others to my room to move things from there. Then what? On that day he slept there. Why? Because the snake may be there at his home, so he did not go back and check at night itself. He stayed there with his friend, and there was no light, so they did not go there in search of the snake on that same night. So the Wednesday, along with his friend and two others. Our homeopath went to his room. Then what do you see there? But we found we had little to carry. He thought of bringing his shirt, then dhotis and other items were there all. But they had little to carry. Little means very little. They had little to carry. Little means negative. A little means something. So they had little to carry means nothing was there. Who did the snake take that all? No. Then what happened? What happened there? Yes. Some thief had removed most of my things. What happened? Thief who entered the room and he took each and everything from there. Why? Because without closing the door, he ran. You know, because after seeing that snake, he ran away. Did he get a time to close that door and all? No. He thought of only his life. He ran away by opening the door. After that, unknowingly, without knowing about the presence of that snake who came, one thief came and he took each and everything. So nothing was there to carry. Then, some thief had removed most of things. Most of things means some things were there. What were there? The room had been cleaned out. The room had been cleaned out. Whatever worthy enough were taken by whom? That thief. But not really. The thief had left behind one thing as a final insult. Then he thought the thief had taken everything, but he did not take one thing. What was that? And also our homeopath saying, but no, it was a great insult to me. Why? Because all his friends are there, and there were some two or other three members also there for carrying his all things. But in front of them, it was an insult to him. Then what was the thing that who thief did not take? What was that? I asked. He asked, what was that? The doctor said, my vest, the dirty one. The fellow had such a sense of cleanliness. Then the homeopath saying, but no, he took his shirt, dhoti, everything, but he did not take what no? That vest. What's the condition of that vest? I told you in the previous class. It was actually buying time. It was a white one, but what happened after use? It became red or something. You know, because of what? Because of dirt, it changed its color. And this thief took shirt, dhotis, but he left that vest in that room, and all of them came. Is there anything remaining? When they searched, they saw this vest. If there is any valuable thing, okay, you can say, oh, this is what there. But here, what vest is there? Nobody will take it. That is what. Then the rascal could have taken it and used it after washing it with soap and water. Then Omya was saying, hey, that dirty fellow, that rascal, that thief could have taken it and he could have washed it with soap and water. Then he would I might have got a clean vest. Did not wash it. That's why it was like that. Oh, he could take that he could take that vest and clean it, wash and use it. But that thief is what? That thief is what he is said as what? He is no, he was not ready to take it. Even the thief also avoided that vest. That is the funny thing in that. Then, did you see the snake the next day, doctor? Then another one asked, did you see the snake the next day, doctor? The doctor laughed. he laughed and said, but no, I have never seen it since. I have never seen it since. It was a snake which was taken with its own beauty. It was a snake which was taken with its own beauty. I have never seen that snake from there. It left a place. Okay, so whatever it may be, this is what the funny experience in whose life or people's life. So how can we summarize this story? Homeopath who was living alone, and one day after having dinner from outside from a restaurant, he came back and he heard a sound and he thought about something by looking at the mirror, and at that time something fell from above from the roof, and it was a snake, and it coiled on the chair and then moved and coiled on his left hand, and there was a very important time in the life of homeopath, because he thought it was his last moment. But luckily, without biting, that snake left him, and he moved towards that mirror. From there, and when he got a chance to run away, he ran away from there and reached in a friend's house and stayed there. And the very next day, when he came back to take or shift all his things from his room, he saw that thief entered the room and removed each and everything without or except that vest which was not washed by our homeopath. That was a funny thing, and he thought he was a clean. That thief was such a person who is thinking very important things to take. Okay, so in that way he said, and after that he had never seen that snake in his life. Okay, so this is what the explanation of this lesson. So once again you can go through this lesson. This very simple lesson. So I know you have enjoyed that lesson. So once again go to that lesson and write the side question answers, and I will come to you with a new lesson in the next class. Okay, thank you.